Jury selection stretching into a third day now in the case against Ed Burke.
Our political reporter Chris Tye covering every minute of it at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse. He joins us now. Chris, certainly a slow start to this trial that was scheduled to last 4 to 6 weeks, but here we are already Wednesday and still no jury. Any idea when opening statements could start?
It's still unclear. The judge giving a gentle admonishment today to attorneys saying, let's move this thing along. But Joe and Erica, in just the last 20 minutes, we heard from Judge Virginia Kendall saying we will have a jury in this case by tomorrow. That does leave open the question, will they need all day tomorrow to seat that jury? If they're able to complete that task in the morning, we could have opening statements in the afternoon. They've so far interviewed 53 would-be jurors. They've removed 16 of them for cause, either because of their professional connections or histories. That would then leave open both sides to use their preemptive strikes to get to our final 12 jurors, Joe and Eric.
All right. So, Chris, jurors are really being quizzed on their history with permits, getting city permits for construction projects and businesses, that sort of thing. What can we draw from that?
So what we're going to hear about throughout the course of this trial, and defense attorneys have laid this out pretty clearly, is the allegations that Ed Burke held up some permitting for some business owners until they hired on his accounting, his law firm, rather. And so the question of how do people come into that jury box? Do you have a history of having problems getting a permit? If so, that might make you sway one way or another when you're asked to be impartial. One other note, one person had so many cross currents with all the companies at play. He had a brother who was a postal worker. The USPS is part of this. He proposed to his wife at a Burger King. Burger King is one of the companies involved here. And that he had a son who worked at Binny's, another company involved. So there's a lot of enmeshed folks here up in that jury box.
Then there was another juror, Chris, as I understand it, who had a couple of meetings with Burke. She crossed paths with him once on an occasion where they met in person, and then another actually that happened by way of Channel 2.
That's right. They were both, Burke and this juror, members of the same Southwest Suburban Country Club. She said she saw him a number of times. They never spoke. She said that will not force her to be unbiased. She said she will, of course, do her due diligence here. She also said that she was aware of Ed Burke, his name, throughout the years, throughout the 80s, watching Bill and Walter on Channel 2, talking about the council wars that, of course, brought Ed Burke to notoriety about 30 years ago, guys.
All right. Chris Tye, thank you.